piece of cake. Bro, buddy, what is going on? You Marvel heads, you toxic ass goons. Your boy's been off the scene for a minute. I gained some perspective. Ooh-wee, this Marvel is some filth. Your boy OG is back though. Knee deep in the gunk. Pause. Pause, but we're gonna get it started. We got a couple of Capcom announcements. They dropped some bombs. Gonna go over the MVCI results. There's not much. It's gonna be a real quick one, and then we're gonna get to this discussion. You know what it is? How good is Nova? Oh, we're gonna go over everything. We're gonna go over everything you won, Bane, and everything you lost. It's gonna be a long show. You know what I'm saying? You know, enough with the he said and the she said. Save the this and that for my homie Pat. Save the he say and the she say for my homie Felipe. Marvel Monday, let's go, baby. Yo, you know what it is? We are back with another Marvelous Monday. You'll love to see it. Already getting the drama started in the chat. The Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Contingent going at it. I'm going to address all of the bullshit. You already know what it is. We're not going to let anything slide up in this piece, but I'm definitely going to go over these results. We got some MVCI results to go over for y'all. Just the last 3 weeks to catch up on. Not much. And then we're going to go right into a couple of tidbits about the FGC, some Capcom news, some regulations that they've thrown. You probably want to know if you're doing that Evo thing or that Street Fighter thing. And then, of course, we're going to break down the Marvel. We're going to give Nova the Marvel Monday treatment. We're going to break them down stat by stat, specials, solo, health, the whole nine, and answer the question, how good is Nova in MVCI? Because you guys definitely, the last couple of weeks, the Nova chat has been real. Some people saying he broke, some people saying he top tier, some people saying he's mid tier, but or like A tier. Some people just straight up think he's broke. Some people straight up think he's broke. But we're gonna break it down and see what's good. But first of all, we gotta say what we got going on in the chat. What we got going on in the chat? Saying sets don't count, sets do count. I'm gonna keep it funky. Then I'm just gonna keep it real. They wouldn't run that TV at Evo. You know what I mean? So I will definitely play sets, play online, play wherever I can get my Marvel on. But if you want to keep it 100, about a buck, about tournament level, you know, equipment in terms of like latency and lag. Hey, dude, you know, I look at it like, you ever play Pokemon, how there's different stadiums? You got like the water stadium, the fire stadium. You know, playing the execution is playing at the execution stadium. And with that said, there's going to be a hometown advantage for the dude who has a specific TV that runs at a different latency than the standard. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say games don't count, but I'm also not going to hold that this is like the best environment to have a tournament level setting game. So if we can just keep it honest, I'll keep it honest one way, but you got to keep it honest right back, or else we won't, because it's the nitty gritty, bro. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, next topic. Let's see what's going on. Bane Hollow in the chat saying Nova better than Chun. We're about to break it all. We're about to break it down. Why is OG my son? Please. What do I look like? Raisins? What do I look like? Raisins. Season 5 art looking gangster. Yeah, I kind of repurposed some shit. But let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. We're going to keep it funky. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to keep it a buck, then we got to keep it a buck. You know what I mean? That's all it is. If we're going to keep it a buck, we got to keep it a buck. If we ran this shit on some, like, fast refresh ass monitor, then of course I'm going to have a very different opinion. And furthermore, it's going to be a lot more valid opinion universally. But you know what it is. I'm not slamming. I love playing on all kinds of. I play online, right? And I do think that online matters. And I do think the set that we had. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like games are games. But are you actually gonna claim that that set or any set that we throw on your TV is of tournament quality monitor? Just say yes or no, because if you say yes, you're capping. And if you say no, then you know what the fuck I'm saying. Then you finally get it, what I'm saying. It is what it is, though. I'm not even going to discredit it. I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm not going to say I would have won it. I'm just saying the water stadium is the water stadium. You know what I mean? And there's some fire type Pokemon out here. There's some fire type Pokemon out here. Anyway, next one. Anyway, we can argue about it all day, but I said it all. That's literally what it is. All right, let's get to these results, though. Let's get to these results. MVCI is dead. Shouts to Don Khan for the raid and also holding down. MVCI is dead. I'm glad MVCI is dead is back. I'm glad MVCI is dead. I like the four fingers or the 5 fingers, but I love me some first to 10s, man. Nothing shows a good contest out like a good old flushed first to 10. You know what I mean? That's actually my favorite format for any kind of Marvel, the good old first to 10. All right, we got that first to 10 for that ass, though. I didn't get the set. Fucking pain. That's a good one. I didn't get the set, the score of the first set. I know Netflix won. If somebody could repeat the score to me, I believe it was 10-7-ish when it left. Right? It's 10-7-ish when I left. But it could be wrong. But I know for sure Netflix won it. So if anybody remembers the score, please say it in chat, because I'm curious to know how Octo did that one. But Netflix definitely won that 10-7. I think it was 7. It looked around then. When I turned around and came back, it was over. All right, we had Don versus Hee Homeboy. Definitely a revenge match. And Don was out to get some revenge. 5-0. Ooh-wee. And of course, Super Cool Mike versus Dr. Church. Super Cool Mike, one of my favorite players to watch. Dr. Church dropping some kills, though. 10-5. Mike taking that decidedly. OG versus Kabak. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see whenever I actually land an Iron Man combo. That's what I love to see, because it hardly ever happens. I hardly ever land it when I need it. So when it happens, it's dope. OG versus Kabak 10-8. I got roll-bocked a little bit. And I don't know why. Every drop I did was a big birthday. So if I would have lost that set, that definitely would have been the OS. Because what the fuck? What the fuck? All right, and then XE versus Coggins. This should have been closer. I feel like Coggins was defeated. I feel like he was mentally defeated, maybe because of the connection, or he lost a couple of blocks. But I feel like he definitely had his sails, the wind taken out of his sails, the latter part of that contest. XE versus Cogs 10-4 in favor of XC, and I believe XC won Coggins in the tournament as well in the execution. We're going to go over, I don't have all the match specifics, but we're going to go over those results. But shout outs to your MVCI's dead victors. We have Netflix, Don, Super Cool Mike, myself, and XC taking their first to 10 sets. Don took the first 5. But I've been out of the game for a moment. I've been out of the game. I don't mean no diss. You guys think I'm dissing, but y'all coming at me with this info and shit. Talking about like, this is the legitest ass set ever run. It's like, bro, I'm drunk. It's on a delayed TV. Let's get those 4 quarters. Let's get those 25-cent pieces and get 4 of them, because let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it a buck. I'll keep it real if you keep it real. But if y'all capping, oh, we gonna tell the truth up in this piece. All right, here we go. MVCI is dead. This also happened last week. We had Dawn versus Hydro, 10-7. Dawn taking that one. Lynn versus Stealth, but then some bullshit happened. And then now we have Bane versus Stealth. Yo, I got some money on this shit. Bane, you don't even have to confirm with me, bro. I know this for a fucking fact. I know your ass went try hard when I started talking shit in the chat. I know you, dog. I know you like that. I know. If I didn't say shit, you probably would have lost. But I know this, dog. I know your booty clenched up once I said this dude out here trying to win gods. It is what it is. Bane v Stealth. Bane barely winning that one, and only because he wanted to piss me off. So in fact, that was the power up. I know for a fact. I don't care fuck what you say. I see the game plan. I see what the fuck happens, and I know how you get. When you win Stealth, and the first thing you do in chat is talk to me, you definitely clinching. You definitely clinching. All right, 5-4. Bane wins that one. Yeah, it is what it is. I know it. All right, Jaco Man versus Dr. Kano. Oh, I don't even want to hear about Dr. Kano. Jaco Man versus Dr. Kano. Jaco Man winning that one 10-5. Kano kept up in the beginning, but Jaco Man just has a lot more endurance, been on that stage a lot more times. Ready for the long haul, you know what I mean? And then we had Takua versus Vortex. Dope set. One of the dopest sets I've ever seen. Catch that VOD on Don's the channel before the 2 weeks are up. Because that, it's the whole nine. You got a big old lead. Takua taking the lead, and then Vortex coming back as the back and forth. And Vortex winning that one barely 10-9, but one of the dopest sets. One of the dopest sets I've seen in a long time. So if you guys be sure to check out the VOD, Don's VODs before that, because that one's gonna go out in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You know how the VODs work. Be sure to rewatch that one if you didn't see it. That's the MVCI is dead, not this week, but the week before. All right, let's get to the big G. Let's get to the big G. The gauntlet. We got 3 gauntlet results to go for y'all. We're going to speed run these results. We got to talk about this Nova. Y'all really out here. Y'all really out here thinking this dude's broken. I think he's really good. But we're going to see. We're going to give him the old Marvel Monday treatment. All right, the gauntlet 222, April 20th, 420. 420. Props to those who are celebrating. Having a good old time at the gauntlet. All right, Kabak tied for 13th. Hydrorex tied for 13th. Don Khan, Dr. Church tied for 9th. Let's get to that top 8, though. Who is winning? Who's winning the 420 gauntlet? Tied for 8th, we have Azura X and Custom Kristoff. Tied for 7th, rather. Tied for 5th, we have Alien Hominid and Heroes Hear You. Yo, dope to see Heroes back in it. 4th place, Dr. Kano on a tear. On a tear. This is the dude lately. This is, get your rookie cards now. Get your rookie cards now. This guy's price is going up. Dr. Kano, 4th place. 3rd place, Beast 412. Ooh, and the top 2, just some Marvel gods just going at it. 2nd place, we have Forever Tyson. Ooh, your most winningest gauntlet champ. Getting 2nd. And in 1st place, no losses. All W's. Staying in the winner's bracket the entire time. The only true Marvel god. The one and only Stealth. Shout out Stealth winning gauntlet 420. Or the gauntlet that was on 420, number 222. Kano been that dude. If Kano beats me in the gauntlet stadium, no matter what stadium, and then y'all really keeping tabs on my first to 10s 5 weeks after having a kid and not playing any Marvel. Like y'all are crazy. Y'all are really crazy. Like y'all are really fucking crazy. Y'all are wild. Once you step back and see how like the toxic, you guys are wild. I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, gauntlet 223. You guys are crazy. All right, 9th place, tied for 9th. We got Stylo Ren in the house. Max Weiser. Dr. Kano as well, tied for 9th. You guys are insane. All right, here we go. All right, your top 8 is as follows. Don Khan and Hydrorex tied for 7th. Kabak 420 and the return of UG Grilla Jaco Man tied for 5th. 4th place, Girthbone making a crazy return to the tournament scene. We're not done with this dude. 3rd place, and again resident 3rd place, low key, Beast 412, top three consistent. And again, Marvel champions fighting it for the top slot. 2nd place, Forever Tyson. And in 1st place, did hit the loser bracket, but in 1st place, in the winner of Gauntlet 223, Went down last month on the 27th, the one and only Tekua. Tekua, the winner of Gauntlet 223. All right, let's get to the most recent Gauntlet. Yeah, we're already done with these results, yo. We're going to talk about this Nova ASAP. All right, the Gauntlet 224. This is on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Corniest Star Wars joke ever told. Actually, there's cornier ones. All right, let's see who we got. We got Shadow Flip, tied for 17th. Newbie on the scene, Shadow Flip. Props for getting in the Gauntlet. All right, tied for 9th, we have Kabak MLP. It says Yagami. I think he's making fun of Kabak. What's that all about? Is there some rivalry there? Is there a Kabak Yagami rivalry I don't know about? It's trying to make fun of his name. That's a little odd. Tied for 9th, we also got Don Con and Custom Christoph, but let's get to that top 8 of their most recent Gauntlet. No beef. I don't know why he has your name. That's weird. Maybe he's just gunning for you that tournament. All right, your top 8, Azura X. Tied for 7th, we have Azura X and UG Grilla Jaco Man. Tied for 5th, Kabak 420, the real Kabak. Kabak 420 and XC Coggins, tied for 5th. Yeah, he's just messing. I got it. Dude, your Mamu entered an Evo as War Destroyer one year. And fools were hitting me up, being like, you're in my bracket. I'm like, no, that's not me. That's a guy who named himself War Destroyer. The fuck. 4th place, we have Beast 412, not quite 3rd. Beast 412, yeah. Kevin Ha, you're in my bracket, OG. Like, I'm not, bro. That's not me. No, 3rd place, Dr. Kano. Your top 3, 3rd place is Dr. Kano. The latest Gauntlet here. This is the most recent result. 2nd place, and in my opinion, the MVP of the tournament. The one and only Girthbone, a.k.a. your Mamu, getting 2nd place. And I'll be honest. He did beat Tyson. But Tyson had the winner's slot and was granted the 2nd chance, i.e. the loser bracket set, the bracket reset. So Casey, Girthbone did take Tyson all the way and even reset the bracket on him, but was not able to win that 2nd bracket. So it's definitely an interesting position at this point as far as like who's better than who and who beat who. So Tyson definitely the bona fide champion of the tournament, but I mean they went back and forth. So I want to give props to Girthbone and Forever Tyson. But of course, we always like to see the champions, the pillars get shaken, right? So I don't want to overstate your Mamu's performance by ignoring the champion. So Tyson was definitely the champion, but if you guys saw that tournament, Girthbone was definitely MVP. Be sure to check that one out. Shouts to Tyson winning the most recent Gauntlet, number 224. Dope sets. I had vicarious adrenaline watching this shit. All right, let's get to the battle round. We're wrapping this bad boy up quick. The battle round. We had 2 battle rounds, so on 421, we'll catch up with the chat. Kabak saying, nah, we're good. Y'all just playing around. Vortex can play. Playing Lin. What's going on with that? They're passed out. Kano been on the grind, that's for sure. Yako main, appreciated fam. What's going on? Yeah, definitely some good stuff. That team is fire too, but against the gods, the bag of tricks isn't deep enough. Oh, you're talking about the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier definitely that pay to win bullshit. He got what it takes. As I used to say to Demonic Bulge, you got what it takes to win. And I just said that at the character select screen when he picks Dante Dorm Space. I don't even have to watch a drop of your gameplay or your skill. You got what it takes. You know what I mean? Like some teams are just broke like that. All right, the battle round. We had Hee Homeboy versus Hydro Rex. Hydro Rex running away with that one, 10-1. Ooh, we barely avoided the Sandman. Custom Christoph versus Alien Hominid. Dope set, but Alien Hominid taking that one 10-8. We had Jaco Man versus Your Mamu. That was a weird Pasadena set. Your Mamu beating that one 4-3 though. Your Mamu making a lot of recent debuts and tearing it up. Jaco versus Tyson. Final fight and insane. I don't know what you guys think the score would be on that one, but definitely a dope set to watch. Jaco versus Tyson. Tyson winning that one 8-10. So Jaco Man putting up 8 points versus a bona fide Marvel champ. Ooh wee. But great set, and of course GG's Tyson for winning that. And the very latest battle round. This is on the 5th, literally 3 days ago. We keep our shit current. You guys know what movie that is. Hee Homeboy versus Shadow Flip. Hee Homeboy winning that one 5-1. Avoiding the Sandman. Black Panther versus Azra X. 7-5. That was the first of 7. BP winning that one. That was a dope set too, because these guys both put in their Arthurs for some reason. They just felt like it was Arthur Mirror time. Max Weiser versus Picasso. Picasso forgetting about the new Sandman rules and getting 5-0 mercied. Ouch. It was a first to 7. But we got new rules at the Battle Realm where if you're getting mercied, the Sandman comes and brings you off the stage. And Picasso definitely got the Sandman that night versus Max Weiser 5-0. And the final event, Jaco Man versus Mayo Star. Dope set. You guys know what it is. The scrappiest Maverick Hunter player, Mayo Star, taking on Jaco Mania. Jaco Man winning that 10-7. GG's Jaco. My UG partner in crime. GG's. Yeah, rip to Picasso. He didn't know. He didn't know. He hasn't seen the Sandman implementation. So I think he thought he had a little bit more lenience, a little bit more matches to play. But 5-0 and you're out. 5-0 and you're out. All right, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. The Clash of the Stones. Untamed Gaming's Saturday Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite bracket event. Oh, I wasn't able to make this one. Shout out to Jacob Man for holding this one down. I actually had an emergency come up that night. Shit's wild once you have a kid. Shit's wild. All right. 7th place, we have Pun and Done. Tied for 5th, we have Shadow Flip and ES Wildcard. Shout out to Wildcard getting in the bracket. Wildcard been playing more too. You've been playing at night in the lobbies and the streams. Dope shit. Hydro Rex, we have 4th place. Shout out to Hydro getting 4th. Dr. Church nailing the 3rd spot. 2nd place, and my man on the rise. I'm telling you, if you bought his rookie card early, he's going to pay out. Dr. Kano. 2nd place, boys. And in 1st place, holding down and defending the Battle Realm Dojo, the one and only Gorilla UG Jaco Man, holding it down, defending the home. Get that light going a little bit brighter there. Defending the UG Jodo, Jaco Man getting 1st place. GG's. All right, and the last event, the Execution. The Execution. SoCal, I don't want to say it's like basement brawls. It's definitely the spirit of SoCal Marvel, right? Because we had the basement brawls for a while, and then now this is kind of SoCal's regular Marvel Infinite tournament bracket, right? So definitely dope. Shouts to XC for holding down, giving SoCal Marvel a place to convene and play offline. Yo, good turnout. Good turnout on this tournament. The offline online hybrid, you guys know what it is. If you haven't seen it, you definitely got to check it out. Tied for 17, we got Undo. Yo, speaking of Undo, we got a chance to meet Undo. Undo, one of the coolest dudes. Undo, one of the coolest dudes I met in the scene. You know, I've seen him in chat here and there, and he's kind of been off the scene a little bit, but he actually made the time to come and do the offline appearance. So definitely the homie, cool dude. But let's get to the score. All right, Steph Curry tied for 13th. Ouch. Tied for 13th. OGX3 with wild card as well. Alien Hominid also tied for 13th. Tied for 9th. Gorilla UG. Yeah, the Execution is not my event, man. I have yet to do one where I felt like I balled out. I have yet to do an Execution where I feel like I balled out. It's just not my event. And I don't want to blame shit. Apparently I get pushback for telling the truth sometimes. But it's definitely not my event in terms of my, like, doing my best or having my best scores there. Dr. Kano also tied for 9th. Hulk Polan, Xe Coggins as well. Everybody tied for 9th there. Let's get to that top 8, though. All right, we have Black Panther versus Max Weiser. Both of them tied for 7th. Yeah, this bracket was insane. This bracket is littered with champions. Tied for 5th, we have, like, when Tyson's at 5th, something's up, right? It's just insane. 5th place, we have Io DeSila Zumba Mix. I love that. And Forever Tyson, both tied for 5th. 4th place, holding it down from the Fort, XC Executioner. 3rd place, that XC does good in this tournament, actually, a lot. Wonder why. At 3rd place, we got Bane Hollow. Wait, Bane Wait, why isn't Bane in second? Wait, what? Didn't he fight Johnny at the end? He didn't even get to Johnny? Like I always say, like, who's the best Winter Soldier? It's always Johnny over Bane. Like if this doesn't point that, he didn't even get to fight the best Winter Soldier. You know what I mean? We're gonna argue who's the best. Third place, Bane Hollow. Thanks for sticking around, Bane Hollow. For second place, thanks for sticking around during the bracket. Second place, Beast 412X. Yo, Beast going stupid that round. I'll be honest. Say what you want about Beast Connection, right? The memes are out there. We all talk shit. But with that said, my man was playing his ass off. Like, you want to say whatever you want to say about the lag, but he was making good plays, rushing down and playing really good. You know, some people, it's just their day. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like when Yorm was playing the last gauntlet. It was definitely Beast's day this day in terms of him being on fire. You know what I mean? So say what you want about the lag, but I see the lag and I see him play all the time. And I saw him he was a different beast that day. You know what I mean? So props to Beast for getting second place. And then in first place, not even touching the loser bracket. Bonafide Marvel champion, one of the original of the Pantheon. Winning another execution. That's right. I think he's won one before, if not two. The one and only Johnny A. Johnny A, the winner of the latest execution just a couple days ago. Shout out to Johnny. All right, I think that's it as far as Marvel results. Yo, what's going on, Undo? Glad you came through. That's it as far as Marvel results. So we're going to hit you with this quick, you guys know what it is. We're going to do a quick rollback break. Actually, I got to put you guys on Zed Tabani this time. I always say I'm going to. Today I'm going to. There's his YouTube, bro. So we're going to do the quick rollback break. You guys know Zed Tabani does his thing. Check out his YouTube. Actually, I might even... Yeah, let's just do it. We'll be right back. We're going to come back with some quick Capcom things, and we're breaking down Nova. Don't go nowhere. BRB.
I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. We've been thinking it'd be automatic when we try to link. Slow and static just after we hang up. We've been living separate, Jesus, we just feel so out of sync. Staggered our magic, just hoping it happens. I swear the crash has been killing me. The simple don't feel as deep. Like when we in my bedroom and you there sitting right next to me. I'm not hype when you far away. I close up, I stop and play. Like when we not together, this game just don't feel the same. I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. Ain't it nice we don't feel no distance? I don't wanna jump around, let's just roll back. Now hold that. I don't wanna wait around, I want a connection. It's like come on. You know this last shit messed me up good. Stuck on screens while I see how you look. Trying to stay in touch, but the second I push, it feels like you shook and not like we should. I just wanna feel like you're right there.
You actually said something. Thank you, Norm. I actually saw Hominid. You actually mentioned something that I was gonna mention. I'm glad you. Well, we're gonna mention at the same time. Obviously, Freestyle the News is very current topics, political based, right? It's very about current events, current political events, right? So if that's not your thing, then obviously Freestyle the News isn't gonna appeal to you, right? But if it is, and you're into hip hop and into that real rap, like real rap that's not about just fucking bitches and doing drugs and just degenerating your life, like actual hip hop, like my man goes dumb. That's why the rollback was such a dope song, because it was just like, it's just fresh takes, fresh topics. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put it in again. If you guys are, if that even this is the guy that used to do the raps for Evils and shit, and the guy that does I do the rollback break, the song that I do during the break. If that was your cup of tea, my man does this shit every week. So be sure to check him out, Zed Tabani and Freestyle the News. I just want to show you that. I'm tired of like running the break and telling you how dope he is. Because I remember last time I said I'm gonna give you guys his YouTube. This time we dropped it though, so you guys know. You guys know what it is. Fake news, dude. Freestyle the News is the only news. That and TSN. But see, we know TSN's fake, so it's all good. You know what I mean? TSN out here saying Bane's good and shit. You know what I mean? Like we know that shit's cap. You know what I mean? Yo, Netflix, I did go over your win earlier, right in the beginning. Props on the dub. Props on the dub. All right, how good is Nova and MVCI? This is the topic, but just a couple of things I want to touch on first before we actually deep dive into that. Just a couple of tidbits about the FGC before we talk about Nova. We're gonna go over it real quick. All right, there we go. So the Capcom leverless controller rules. So this dropped in the last couple of weeks. If you guys do not know, ICU Hater, aka DonCon, is sponsored by Hitbox. So this applies to the Hitbox users, the Snackbox users, all the people who use those leverless controllers, i.e. the Hitbox. You know what I mean? So it says anticipation of 2023 Cap season. Capcom has made the decision to update the Capcom Pro Tour rules in relation to the leverless controllers. This was done to address consistency and fairness concerns. So they basically made... Wait, the rule change can be viewed on CapcomProTour.com. The complete rules for the season will be available closer to the start of the CPT or the Capcom Pro Tour. So they're basically regulating what some of these hitboxes do. And that essentially simultaneous input. I actually have the... Let me show you guys. Speaking of the Capcom Pro Tour rules, I could show you guys that right now. So here's the long rules, but here's where the big change happens. Right here. Here's the big change. If up and down directions are input at the same time, then both inputs must be maintained or rejected. So this is some like very specific like controller function. So basically, if you hit left on your controller, only on a hitbox, because you can't do this on a joystick, and then you hit right, the whole cheating thing was that when you hit right, it overrides the left. But they're not allowing that anymore. Basically, if you hold right and you hit left, then it either has to keep both inputs or null both inputs. It can't just have the second input take over. Because that's how you do quick sonic booms. It's some cheat shit. You basically hold the left button, the back button, and then you hit forward sonic boom. You hit forward and H at punch at the same time. You throw sonic boom, and you never let go of your charge. You can keep holding back, right? So it's almost an unfair way to like sneak in some sonic boom charge time. This was one of the appeals of these type of controllers, that they let you do stuff like this. And this was the original controversy why people considered them cheat boxes, because they allow like simultaneous inputs or like overriding inputs that you simply cannot do on a joystick, because you cannot simultaneously hit left and right. So they're attempting to mitigate some of this advantage by demanding that if you do hit two buttons at the same time, that it has to act in a specific way. And I believe Hitbox right away sent a firmware update saying we comply, so that they're still able to be used, because that was definitely one of the shits for them, right? One of the reasons to use that. So just be aware that if you use a Hungrybox, Snackbox, wait, Hungrybox is a player, Snackbox or a Hitbox, or Hungrybox, that just keep up to the latest rules. The rule set has changed. It's specific to like leverless controllers or Hitbox controllers, right? So just be sure to check it out. It's a Capcom Pro Tour rules. I don't know if you guys are interested in that Street Fighter 6 or that $1 million, but whenever there's $1 million on the line, some new rules come out. So be sure to check. Be sure to keep up with that. Right, the rule change. Of course, one more. Capcom be dropping notes. Just some quick tidbits. This is about the crack beta. If you guys do not know, it says this has come to our attention that some of our users have been... Oh, the chat is blocking that. Have been accessing the Street Fighter 6 closed beta software and playing the game outside of the designated period. This is a violation of CBT terms of service and can be seen as a violation of the Capcom Pro Tour Code of Conduct. For avoidance of doubt, I love that. From this point forward, any player who is shown with clear evidence to be accessing the CBT or the closed beta test in an unauthorized way may be deemed ineligible for the upcoming Capcom Pro Tour and Street Fighter League's seasons. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding in helping maintain the fairness and competitive integrity of our competitors. Basically, they put the bomb out there. If you are caught playing the beta with clear evidence that it wasn't given to you or it's outside of the window that was allowed, then Capcom has all the right to ban you from the season, which is that's an intense penalty, right? I don't got the beta. I don't got the beta, just like you don't got the beta. You know what I mean? I don't got the new Zelda. I don't got none of that shit. You know what I mean? I don't got that shit the way you don't got that shit. So don't be coming after me, Capcom, Nintendo, whatever the fuck you guys got going on. But all I'm saying is that if you're a dude that is predisposed to be cracking software, specifically Street Fighter 6 software, don't be streaming that shit, dog. Capcom put the sniper out. And the memes were running wild too, as far as like, as soon as top 8 hits, I'm ratting out everybody. As soon as top 8 hits, I'm ratting out everybody. All right, just some quick tidbits about Capcom, their latest about the Pro Tour, because Street Fighter 6 is big, and definitely a lot of news coming up in regards to that. One more thing I want to mention, the Deep Dive Monster Hunter with LOL Raid. Shoutouts to Erebus Wolf. He has been doing these things. If you guys do not know, Erebus Wolf has kind of revived the Deep Dive Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite YouTube segment. Be sure to check it out. Let me see. Let me go on his page real quick. There we go. So from the last podcast till now, he's dropped 3 gems on us. We have Deep Dive with Spencer, with Vortex being the host there. And then he did one with Jeddah, again, Vortex being the host, the perfect candidate, definitely a top player with both of these characters. And then the latest one that he just did this weekend and just dropped literally 8 hours ago is a deep dive with LOL Raid and Monster Hunter, right? So and a few more, you know, he's adding to his library of videos as far as deep dives. So if you guys want to check out his webpage, very good content. And when I say deep dive, these bad boys are like 2+ hours a piece, right? So get some really thorough content in regards, and from good players in regards to these characters and stuff. So shouts to Erebus Wolf doing his thing and keeping that Marvel content pumping. All right, we've gotten to it, y'all. Enough of the little things here and there. It's time to break down some characters. We got Nova. You guys have done a deep down with us before. You guys know what it is. We're going to break down all of the stats. We're going to go one by one, try to break down these stats. And as we do so, we're going to see what's up with how good Nova really is. So this is a collective effort. Obviously, I observe this game, but I am not by any means a Nova main. So if there's anybody who uses Nova, of course, everybody's opinions are considered and respected around here. So if you guys want to add to the discussion, feel free to just throw it in the chat. You guys know what it is. I don't like to walk away saying, "Oh, this is what I think Nova is." I like to walk away from these thinking like, "Hey, this is what we have determined Nova to be like," right? So much more of a collective effort rather than me deciding what Nova is. So people definitely get salty when it goes like that. All right, his health. This is the only one that's not up for debate. Because this is the only figure that's a hard number. He's 10K. That's in the center. That's a B. C is for 9K. B is for 10K. A is for 11K. This is the only one that requires no deliberation. So let's give him his B and move on. All right, what's the next stat? Normals. Off the gut. What do you guys think? You got the dolphin kick. Trying to think of his really good buttons. He got He got the slide M. The slide M's good, or the you know, the diagonal down slide move. The slide's good. He's got some weird flight thing, right? Where he does the roundhouse kick and goes into flight. I find that more of a nuance than like something that's really adding to his plate. So other than those two moves, he has a mashable jab. That matters, right? There's people who have that slow ass jab like Venom. But he's got a mashable jab. That's good. Forward light punch in the air is a good anti-air. Are you talking about just that little... Oh, he has like a special kick, right? He does like the... He has special normals in the air where he does like the reach punch. I don't know what they call. I'm sure it has a funny name. I know what you mean though. They gave him his Marvel 3M, but like a command. That's right. So Jacob Man says an A. The reach punch. Is that what it's called? That's definitely what it should be called. I mean, other than these two, other than the dolphin kick, that can't be understated though, and the slide M, is there anything else that's really good? Like, kind of like, damn, this is a good ass button, bro. Or like, even above average. Because I feel like all this other stuff at that, besides those buttons, everything else kind of average. I'm thinking like B plus, A minus. Like just above average. Or below average. Like below A. I'm trying to think who has... I mean, I think Ultron has better buttons. That air H and this ground H. What do y'all think? I'm thinking like B minus. I mean B plus. I'm sorry, B plus. Because B's just average buttons. And I feel like he has an average button kit with just a couple of things that stand out really good. Dolphin is really good, though. Like, Dolphin really lets you maintain pressure. In the corner, especially. We do B minus for now. We'll do B minus. Or B plus. I keep saying B minus. It could be A minus. I don't know. I'm thinking B plus-ish. It's like average, but with a couple of good outliers, right? Specials. This one is a little harder because, like, let's give him 2 special ratings. Because when he has 3 meters, I believe that he's in a whole nother category in terms of how good his special moves are. Like when he has 3 meters, like he has, I feel like, one of the best special kits in the game at that point. Like hard knockdown javelin plus that big wall bounce move. That's strong, dude. But I kind of don't want to... Let's make a special concession for him because that's definitely... Let's see with 0 meter. And then we'll do one with 3 meter. I mean, I'm sure we could do one with 2 meter, but damn, that's really detailed. Honestly, maybe that 3 meters might be A plus. Is that high, guys? Is that high? Knockdown, because he could be like solo threat now. Like he's his own assist now and all that stuff. Is that high? I think with 3 meters, I feel like his special moves like A plus. I don't want to say S, but like maybe even like plus. Because first of all, okay, let's go over his kit. Centurion Rush. What's the slide? Super dope pressure move. Super dope pressure move. Right? Like, oh, they pushed in the block string. Nope, slide in, and now I could do that like bust out like bluff. You know what I mean? Oh, you're trying to swing, I'm a bust out and I'm a tag, right? And if you're push blocking and you think you're getting away, that and with the back jump, that'll blow you up. A good ass pressure move, right? But here's the thing, here's what makes that move really good is the fact that he also has a high one. That he has the Centurion arc shit or whatever that one's called. Where he does like the triangle, right? And here's the thing about that move is you could slide on in with his normal, go into the Centurion arc, tag, instant hard to blockable with the second character. Like you don't even need to time it. Like it's like you just make him block, do it tag, and you have an instant hard to blockable. So because of that alone, like that's a good, like either one of those moves are good, but the fact that he has both, so he actually makes you commit to a higher low defense, which is insane, right? Like both are dope. Like this has the far low and the far high, which is insane, right? Also has an air high low. So he can either dive down in the air with the kick, right? Or dive down and convert it into that weird slide delay slide one, right? So he has high low on the ground and high low in the air. This is before we even talk about 3 meters. This is just his normal ass kit. This is just his normal ass kit. You know what I mean? On top of that, you have the little rush move, right? Where he does the punch. And he has the downward version of it. This is just pressure moves. Right? Has the javelin. Right? Now we're going to get into the power-up moves. Now he has the gravimetric pulse, right? And the javelin, right? So I think before you even get into level 3 power-ups, just his normal toolkit alone, I feel his special kit. I feel like it's mad strong. Even with the 3 meters, if you guys can see right here on the top. So 3 meters is A plus with 0 meters. I still think he's A. Maybe I still think he's A minus maybe, but I think solid A actually. I think he's A. Honestly, what's your guys' take? My take is that this is what it is. Straight up. I think if he has zero meter, his special toolkit is an A. And if he has 3 meters, it's A++. Double plus. Like there's a gap in here. Yeah, his HP tackle, yep. And maybe like 1 or 2 meters somewhere in between is like A+, right? But what do you guys think? I mean, I'm thinking I think his special kit is an A. And then when he has 3 meters, his special kit is A++. Like right below S. S, to give you an idea of a S toolkit, that's like Winter Soldier. Broke, like arm break. Gamora-ish. Like broken ass specials, right? Yeah, regular javelin's good. It's not weak. It's not like it's non-existent until he has 3 meters. Like it's still a viable setup tool. Yep, knock him down. You know the Tekua setup. You do the quick roundhouse into the javelin so that the roll into the javelin. It doesn't even need to knock down at that point. You just need to lock him down with it now. So you don't even need the level 3 at that point. Level 1 strong enough. All right, I'm gonna leave it up there for now. Unless I see some hard letters in the chat. Jaco's the only one giving me letters. Don't be afraid to throw your opinion into the table. Don't be afraid to throw your grade in there. Go factor it all in. I do an A. Yeah, I think specials is an A. And I think this is kind of where he shines. I really think like if you look at like what makes Nova good. If Nova is good, how good is he? Whatever. What makes him good? Is it his normals? That M's dope. I think that M is really strong. That slide in M, he can keep pressure. And then like his dive kick, he's definitely aggressive. It's funny how 2 moves can make your normal kit like dope. Yeah, I might even be inclined to move that to A minus. We'll reconsider because it might be A minus. Now that I think about how good Dolphin Kick is and how good that slide is, that slide would be good on anybody. But the fact that he can convert that into a hard to blockable or into a punishing string for push blocking and trying to jump with the low slide after the low special, it might be more A minus than B plus. Actually, I'm gonna change that. Maybe it's a B plus, but maybe it's an A minus. All right, his supers. Super moves. All right, what has he got? He has a really good bust out. I wouldn't say it's the best bust out. It isn't Nemesis, but that tier of bust outs that's right below that is where he is. That tier of bust outs that's right below that. Excuse me, hold on. The super moves, he has the blast, right? He has the Nova Burst. The blast is dope and the Nova Burst are dope because they knock down and let him keep comboing. You can't understate that. You can't understate when a guy can super into super. Like, that means you have some good ass supers. The fact that your supers allow you to chain each other or chain into each other, that gives you a lot of solo prowess. You know what I mean? So I don't want to understate that Nova's two normal supers, his level ones, both can combo into another level one or his cash. So that's kind of good, right? So he has a good bust out. Has both two supers that can combo after they hit. And then his cash above average. His cash is quite good, actually. The damage is I would say is average. But the priority and its hurt box is kind of above average. He ain't exactly Iron Man, bro. He's hitting. He ain't gonna go under you. Like, if you're just barely bouncing, he's not gonna go under you. He gonna scoop that ass up. And he could even cross you up back jumping if you're doing some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? So his cash is formidable. That's kind of a long story short. His cash is formidable, right? So he has good supers, bust out that's really good, right? Besides Winter Soldier and like Nemesis, like he's got the bust out. He's got the standard bust out. He doesn't have the OD bust out, but he has the one that's good enough to run this game. You know what I mean? He has the standard. So he got good supers that combo into each other, dope cash, and a good bust out. That's a pretty valid kit in terms of super moves. That's a pretty valid kit. What's your take? Now that I've explained it, what's your guys' take? What's the letters on that? I'm thinking like that's above average. That's above average. All of them are practical. All of them have time to be used. A lot. This is a minus minimum, in my opinion. A minus minimum. It might be it might be A minus. Yeah, he's utility. This is right. I think all of his he has the super kit Iron Man should have had. Iron Man should have had that super kit. Iron Man should have had a air cannon, right? Iron Man should have had air cannon. Iron Man should have had some kind of like radius blow up move. And man, I really wish Iron Man super hit like Nova's. That'd be the shit instead of it missing. Yes, conferring his level 3 is always gonna hit. It's never like, oh, is it gonna miss? The only time it's gonna miss is because you fucked up and put too much stun on it. But it's never gonna like, oh, is it gonna miss? No, if it looks like it's kinda gonna hit, it's gonna hit. Like it's very confirmable. Yeah, I think a solid A, yeah. Solid A. Because he really doesn't have a super tag, right? So we can't really start giving him that A plus S shit. But it's very practical. It's a very complete. Like it's not only complete, but it's a very good complete set. Right? He doesn't just have a bust out. He has a good bust out. You know what I mean? He's all the shit combos. He doesn't just have a cash. He has a good cash. You know what I mean? All right, let's put the A on there. Let's put the A on there. Supers and A. Yeah, I can kind of tell this is where he shines. Like his kit, like his moves. I can see right now where it's like where he gets his brokenness from, if you guys want to even call it that. Movement. Movement. All right, let's consider. So movement includes everything, right? Your special moves, how good they are at moving you across the screen, pushing your opponent to the corner, closing the gaps, etc. And then you're also like your air dash. Nova fits into the air dash category, right? He has a triangle jump. He doesn't just have a dash. He's not exactly Carol. Like he's got a really good triangle jump that dolphin crosses over, and he has the dash to facilitate it. You know what I mean? Good air dash. His down M as a normal is insanely good movement tool. All his specials move him dramatically. All right, I want to pose it like this. Who has better movement than Nova in this game? This is a good way to kind of figure out where he kind of his ballpark is. Who has better movement than Nova? Dorm? I would say it's on par because the wonkiness of the dash and the slow movement, but he has a telly, right? So I think it's kind of like tied because it's hard. It's like apples. This one's hard because apples and oranges, right? It's about Nova's. None of Dorm's moves move him except the teleport, and his dash is that silly Doctor Doom, like can't really stop himself. It's like he's a committed move. And his air dash is like kind of slow, right, compared to Nova, right? So I do think him and Dorm are kind of, I would say they're kind of on par with each other because Nova doesn't have a teleport, but Nova moves way faster than Dorm at any given time if you take away that teleport, way faster. Like, see what I'm saying is like there's hard. I would say Dante, yeah, you could do the teleport to down. Gamora, maybe because of her air gun movement. She can really move good in the air, but see, Nova can move better on the ground. She can move good on the ground too. BP. I'm just trying to get a ballpark of like who. I think Ultron has like on par with him in terms of the movement. I'm just trying to see like. If you can't name a lot of people off the bat, or like, oh, this guy has better movement, this guy, then his movement's probably really good, right? Like if you can't just knee jerk think of like 3 dudes who have better movement than him, like if someone said, hey, give me someone who has better movement than Hager, I can name Iron Man, Mega Man, Captain. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have to think, right? When I say who has better movement than Nova, it starts to get real like, Huh. And even then they're arguable, right? Like Dorm, Gamora, Dante. His movement's kind of good. This might be another reason why he's so good, even though he has kind of whatever ass normals, right? I think he has the best. That's the next category. I think he has the best super tag. I'm gonna be honest. It would be Chun-Li than him. Because I do think Chun-Li has the most broken super tag. Like as far as like being able to attack you in the super tag. But I do think Nova's the second best. I think how the flight shit during super tag is I think is the best. The most threatening of them all besides Chun. Like that's just hard to block. Like you do double high. That's bullshit. You can do high into fake low. Like this is silly shit. And he also has the freaking overhead. Like, just in case you think you've seen it all, just overhead. You know what I mean? All right, it's time to get some letters. We talked about movement. I tried to put it out there to give you guys an idea of where his ballpark is, but it's time to throw some letters out there. Top 4 movement. Easy. I don't know about the easy part, but I could see that. Yeah, I don't think it's anything less than an A myself either. If you think about just how all his special moves are. He has an air dash. He has a regular ground dash. He doesn't have that weird hop. They don't got the Doctor Doom disease. As all these special moves that take him across, even his cash can get him out of dodge. You know, like sometimes you just need to like activate cash tag just to make yourself safe, and he gets out. Like he moves. Even that's a move, you know? Yeah, I'm thinking, I think, you know, Azrax, the more I think about it, the more you might be right. He is kind of like that dude. He is, if there's anything this guy brings to the table, it might be this. This might be his like biggest thing, you know, like that he brings is his movement. Like his strongest strong point might be this. Maybe A plus, bro. We might even be in the A plus range here. We'll put the A in there because his cash. Think about his cash too. I'm gonna humor a plus here. We're gonna revisit the parentheses. I'm gonna let it sink in, right? I do think his movement is godlike. Yeah, the more you think about Azrax, it's kind of like, because he has movement on par with like the Thai tier characters, like on par with Ultron, on par with Gamora, on par with Dante, on par with Zero, kind of. Zero might be better. Zero might gonna be. I think Zero will be. You know, we're gonna leave the A plus out because Zero might have the plus. We're gonna give that to Zero. But A for sure. A for sure. All right, let's see what else. What else we got? Solo. How good is Nova without a partner? When Nova is on any team, is he the guy you want at the end? Or is it typically his partner that wants to be at the end? This is big. That's my biggest one, is whenever you see a Nova team, is it better that Nova's the dude that gets left stranded than his partner? I think you're right. I'm asking it with like maybe, but I think outstanding is a good word. I agree. I think there's very few characters as viable as him solo. And if you factor in like the level 3 shit that he has level 3, then it exacerbates that even more. If he has 3 meter solo, he's actually kind of like threatening. Like he's actually kind of threatening, even as a solo dude. Yeah, I do think this is a strong. You know what? This is why he's good. Okay, we're starting to see it. Because he has no low ranks. I mean, his normals are average, but then everything else starts to just soar in terms of like above average. Combo Fiend also into Cougars. Yo, come for the Nova breakdown. Stay for the random Combo Fiend facts. What? All right, solo. Nothing short of A. Nothing short of A. I think the only people who beat him here are the bona fide top tier. We're talking like Zero, Dante, Gamora. Why am I missing one? Zero, Dante, Gamora, Ultron. Yeah, Solo he's good. Yeah, Solo is good. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think he's definitely yeah, I'm trying to think who is it too high because there are dudes above him, but those dudes are going to be A pluses. And maybe Gamora like an S, right? Like she's just, you can't push block her. Like what? How are you not gonna be badass solo if you can't be push blocked? Like the Gamora is something else solo. Yeah, this guy has a good ass report card, bro. Nova got him a good ass report card. All right, that's why y'all saying he's broke. All right, here we go. Let's see what else we got. Synergy. This is the exact opposite of the other ranking. This is how much value do you add to your partner's offense? How good are you at making your partner get their rocks off? High rankings in this category are people like Sigma, Gamora, Monster Hunter. dudes that aren't necessarily that good on their own, but like really excel. Like Gamora's both, right? That's why she's so good. She's hybrid, right? But is Nova that dude? Does he? His super tag is kind of. I think they can jump it, honestly, on React. I think they can jump and block in the air on React. So it's not even, it's like kind of, it's kind of really situational. I wouldn't even go so far as to say he's a super tag character. It's the last of his options, or like the weakest of his options, kind of. I mean, he has it. Everyone has a super, so everyone technically has a super tag, but I definitely don't put him there. I mean, one thing he does provide is that hard to blockable. That's not nothing. Being able to just touch your opponent and then create a hard to blockable for your partner, that's definitely support. Right? Like he could just literally touch you, go into the Centurion arc, whatever they call it in this one, tagging his partner gets free hard to blockable. That's definitely support. That's definitely support. But other than that, is he really doing anything for his partner, or is he kind of, I feel like he's kind of the show. He's not the support cast. I feel like he's the star. I feel like he's kind of low here. I feel like he's kind of not low here, but I don't think he's in the A anymore right here. I don't think when you're like, yo, I want to use Arthur. Who's the best guy I can get to make my Arthur dope? You're not going to say Nova. You're going to say like Monster Hunter or like somebody like Dante or Gamora or something. Like, you're not going to say Nova. Nova's not that dude to make your other guy shine. You know what I mean? All right, let's get some level. Let's get some letters. Let's get some letters. What's his synergy like? What's his support level? I'm thinking right in the middle. I'm thinking right in the center. Yeah, the B. I don't even want to say B plus. I think he's just right. He can give you a hard to blockable. And maybe like super tag and get your partner in, but that's more of him. Like, I'm thinking it's a B. I'm thinking he's just, this is not his thing. He gives you a pretty good hard to blockable, and what's cool is you can give that to any character. But other than that, he's kind of like, yeah, javelin tag, but put that on par with like super tag. And like bolts tag. Like it's kind of not those. Like it's, I mean, like you also can say like, well, Hagar has barrel tag. And it's like, well, yeah, but if you look at the other things that people have, it kind of starts to not look so good. You know what I mean? Like it's not nothing, but that isn't exactly grenade tag. That isn't exactly bolts tag. That isn't like, what's the shoulder rush that Sigma has? It's not exactly that, you know, like it's something, right? Obviously something he can offer his partner. But I still don't think it takes him out of the B category. I think that's a very average kind of assist. Unless it's level 3, right? Then this is what the fuck, right? This is the only guy that like, this is the only guy who's like grade changes depending on his meter. You know what? Let's give him that. You know what? Let's factor that in. We got to factor that in. We got to factor in his level 3 shit. Because I do think like he does get better, even as a support with that javelin. So I say he's B. But if he has 3 meters, maybe like B plus. I know this is the only guy who has this weird format where I'm putting like zeros and shit. I think without any meter, he's 3, but with 3 meters, he can be B plus, maybe even A minus. Because javelin is level 3 javelin's just, it's fucked up, bro. Like you just have to hard block, because like shit's mad threatening. Like, no, we're gonna put. I like the B plus. I really don't, because I'm thinking about other characters who really offer support, and he's not quite there. Yeah, it's too high. I agree. He's not that dude. Like even with javelin, it's not like javelin's that good. We're like, oh, I want Nova to support. Like, no, you always want Nova on point, kind of. How weird that he has to. I think even his solo, has to have 2 rankings. All right, we got a couple more. Just two more, just 2 or 3 more ratings. Stone exploit. Stone exploit. This is like, how good is Nova with his best stone? Stones. You can put an S on there. How does Nova really exploit any stones? Like, how does he really make a stone like kind of way better than other characters make it? I think like my biggest thing to think about a stone exploit is like, think about Rocket with Space Stone. Think about Rocket with Space Stone. The fact that he could suck you into the traps, and that his high-low game while you're in the box, and he can put a trap to make the box even like, Rocket really makes space like the maximum utility, right? And not everyone can do that. Not everybody can go to a stone and be like, this stone in this guy's hands is OD, right? So with that said, what's Nova? What's Nova kind of, does he really do anything wild? Or is it just kind of the standard? He gets what everyone gets. You get a box, you get a revive, you get air confirms with the power stone. Or does any of those kind of work really good in his favor? The javelin thing during the soul storm is kind of good. You'll be able to spam javelins and uppercuts like the way Coggins does. The javelins is pretty good. I feel like he's the standard. I feel like he doesn't really get anything extra that anyone else doesn't get. I mean, obviously, if he has Power Stone, he gets really dope air confirms. But I don't think... who doesn't, right? If he gets the revive, I don't think he does terribly good during the Soulstorm duo. I mean, the javelin's cool, but that's very specific if you have another uppercut on your team. Space Stone, I mean, it's better. It's not the worst, right? Nova having you in the box is not the worst. But it's definitely not Doctor Strange, Rocket, Gamora, Dante. He ain't getting that for sure hit, you know? He ain't getting that, oh, for sure this guy's getting hit. Like when you see Gamora or something, or like you see Dante, it's like, you almost gotta, like Doctor Strange, you almost gotta assume you're gonna take one hit because they're just that good with the box. Nova don't really got that. B plus, I'm thinking B-ish. I'm thinking just straight B. What gives him the plus? What gives him the plus? I'm thinking straight B. If you can name something that gives him the plus specifically, I'll put it up there. But I'm trying to think what he does that, like, oh, he gets to use that, like, better than other people, like, kind of thing. Or just as, I mean, Azrax, let me rephrase this. Everybody gets something from Power Stone. Everybody gets something from Revive. Everybody gets something from Box. Everybody can work with those stones. But which ones does he bust? That does he make look broken? Think about like Spider-Man power. Spider-Man power is not the same as Nova power. Now you kind of get what I'm saying? Of course, anybody with power has the dirt, right? But not everyone's Spider-Man power. Everyone with Space Stone gets the box, but not everyone's Rocket box. You know what I mean? Like, not every, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, all the stones are going to benefit every character, but is there any that, like, he makes look better than the rest of the cast? Oh, like, hey, when Nova has this stone, he makes this stone look better than anyone who uses this stone. I don't think he really does. I don't even think there's any really that he kind of even, like, maybe the box. But even then, like, it's the same deal as everyone else. He's just trying to lock you down and try to cross you under or something, you know? I'll say B. Very average here. Very average here. All right, we're getting to the last kind of the last bits here. Extra/other. Baller with 3 meters. I'm not even putting a grade here. This is just, we gotta, there's nowhere that kind of fits this. We gotta just put it there. This is just some extra shit. He's definitely one of the few dudes in this game that uses this category. That just, we can't not mention this. Right? We have to just mention this. He's baller with 3 meters. That's specific Nova shit. That's some Nova shit. I know we reflected it in his moves and stuff, but it has to be mentioned here. That this dude is baller when he has meters. You know what I mean? Like, definitely something to consider. Does he have any other weird kind of nuances? I don't think so. I don't think anybody in this game really uses this category very much. This is like the weird, like, maybe Frank, how he needs to power up. Sometimes your extra other thing isn't a good thing. Sometimes it's a liability. Like needing to power up, you would definitely need to write that in extra other, right? He needs to power up, right? Or else he's the liability. So in this one, it happens to be a benefit. He's just baller. He's baller with 3 meters. You know what I mean? That's a plus. That's a plus. All right. Is there any other Nova things? Just random things. So here it is. Health, we have B. It's the average. Normals, A-. And that's off the strength of Dolphin Kick and the medium slide and the air option, the air move. Specials, he has an A. If he has 0 meters, but with 3 meters, A++. I agree with that. Super moves, a very thorough, good move kit, A. Movement, one of the best in the game. It's just as solid as they come, A. Has flight, and all his moves are very mobile, including his catch. Solo, one of the best. One of the best, A and A+. A+ if he has 3 meters. Synergy, very standard, B. If he has 3 meters, his javelin's a little bit more useful, B+. And then stone exploit, kind of right in the center. Doesn't really do anything extra with any of the stones that another character can't do. Yeah. If you have tag, he wins. Because you trade, but then you hard knock down. The fact that you hard knock down off the trade is dumb. You should have only hard knocked down after maybe some of the later hits in the super. But that's the worst, right? Because you just lose. You just lose the trade, and they tag, and it's full combo. Tag and it's full combo. His super kit's very good. That's one of the reasons why. His bust out's good. Even the fact that he raises a little bit kind of avoids some like level 3s. You gotta know if you're gravy or not right there. You can't just do your level 3. You gotta know if it's gravy or not. All right, overall. Why is it moving all weird? Okay, overall. Health's B's, normals A-, specials A or A++, depending on his super, his meter at the time. Supers are A, movement A, solo A, or with 3 meters A+. Synergy is a B or B+ if he has the meters. Stone exploit B. And then it's just baller with 3 meters. So what do you guys think? It's time to give this guy a final grade. Let me do the math in my head. You know what? This guy needs 2 grades. I just realized. This guy needs 2 grades. Yo, what's going on? How pull on? They're both going to be good. B, A-, A, B, B. Looking A-ish. But this shit changes right here. Because he has all these A's and a couple of B's. High B's. But then now you got like A++ in here, right? So you got B, A-, A++, A+, B, B. It's coming down to A or A+. That's what I'm thinking with the meters. What do y'all think? A or A++? A or A+? Because his special moves go up a lot with these meters. Like his special move ranking is kind of approaching S. Once he has 3 meters. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I put Nova as an A-. with 0 meters and with 3 meters, A plus or A? What do y'all think? How good does this guy get? Yeah, I think he's a solid A. Because he's not broken. I mean, and it kind of lines up with how good he is in the cast. He's just an A. He's just as he's as good as you get before you get like broken. He's as good as you get before you get mad cheap. Like he's thorough, he's complete, he's solo. Like he's as good as you get. He's as good as Marvel Capcom characters should be. That's a good way to put it. He's as good as anyone should ever be in these games, but unfortunately, like Winter Soldier and shit sneak through the cracks. No character should be better than this. He should be like the toppest tier, and then the game would be a lot more fair. But at the end of the day, there's S and A pluses in the deck. So I think A is most appropriate. I do think A is most appropriate because there are A pluses in the deck and there are S. I don't think anyone in this game is an S. Maybe Winter Soldier's an S minus. Maybe. Even then, I think he's A plus plus. That's just off the strength of his broken shit. Like the super tag is just way too good and like armor's dumb. Not bad. Not bad. That's not a bad grade. No, we're looking like A minus or an A, depending on what his meter looks like. And he's the only character that has like really varying ranks like that. Overall, I would say A. If someone had to say, hey, you can't pick whether he has 0 or 3 meters. You just have to give him a grade. And that grade's going to rock. That grade's going to factor in. Sometimes you have 3 meters, sometimes you won't. I would actually go with A over A minus. I do think Nova's an A character. Straight up. Overall. Even if you had to just put no super ratings, I would put him as an A. But if he has 0 meters, it's like A minus, right? What's your take, guys? Final words. Anybody else got any final takes on Nova? Any final suggestions? Anything you guys kind of don't agree with at all? It looks kind of solid up in this piece. This is looking pretty solid. I think it's a very decent we're gonna save that. I think it's a very decent breakdown, man. It definitely tells the story of Nova, like where he's good and why he's good, right? And he definitely is an A character in terms of the roster and how good he can perform. I feel like this is one of the better breakdowns that was like, it wasn't that hard to figure out kind of thing. There wasn't much controversy here. He's kind of a straight shooter. Nova kind of a straight shooter, just solid as they come. Just a solid A. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Shout outs for you guys helping me out in the chat. Of course, extra special shout outs. You guys leaning in with these opinions. Azura X, Jaco Man, Wicked X Mage, your Mamu. Your Mamu and Wicked X Mage definitely a lot more familiar with yeah. How big the hurt box change when he is on damage. Say more. When he gets hit, he just turns into a big hurt box. Is that what you mean? I never noticed it was bigger than average. I feel like Venom's like that too. Like once you hit Venom, he's like, when you make special movement, he is on a lot of red damage, on a lot of red life. I'm not following this. I'm not following how this is different than any other character. I don't want to ignore it. I definitely want to hear this, but I'm having trouble understanding. When you make a special movement. Yeah. I think that's not. Yeah. I thought that maybe that's what he's talking about, but no. The only thing, this one's all meters, right? Where his special moves are powered up in Marvel 3 based on how much red life he had, whereas this one, his moves are powered up based on how much meter he has, right? Yeah. Because I remember that. I was a Nova main in Marvel 3, actually. And yeah, red life gravimetric shield is the shit. It's all good, Hawk Poland. It's all good. It's kind of cool how they sort of retain that about him, right? How they made, because in certain conditions, Nova's special moves are better. And they didn't keep the same conditions, but they kept that about him. That there are certain conditions where he's powered up. And rather than his red health, it's with meter. So I do like that they retained something like that. That's actually kind of dope. That's actually one of his best features, actually. In both games. is that he's kind of special like that. If you notice on the extra, it says baller with 3 meters. That's kind of like noting, I didn't want, there's no category where that fits, but you can't not mention that when talking about Nova. You know what I mean? All right, so we gave him an A. All right, guys, this is a pretty good breakdown. Get that out of here now. Whew. Let's get to the main. The score between me and Kabak was 10-8. Good predictions. It should have been 6-8 because I dropped like big birthdays. Like, it's one thing to have drops, and then it's one thing. Oh no, don't go out yet, PS4. Don't go out yet. I like how I hit the button and it went into sleep mode. Like, I was literally one moment away from like keeping it alive. Like, as I touched it, it went into sleep mode. What in this shit? It's a good thing this doesn't take forever to boot up, or else we'd be waiting a long time for my background to come in. It's a good thing the shutdown process doesn't take 2 full fucking minutes, or else we'd be sitting here waiting for my background to show up. But we're not doing that. My background's going to show up any moment now. Well, it's a good thing I could push it, but no power. You know what I mean? This shutdown process don't even let you repower it. You got to love the PS4. Whenever you needed to do some shit fast, it's going to just sound like an airplane and then turn itself off. You know what I mean? I still can't hit it. It's still like flashing. There we go. We booted it back up. Actually, just wanted this to come back. Don't give me no hassle. Don't try to boot off PS4. Don't do nothing stupid. All right, here we go. All right, we're back. I got my background. I can edit all this on YouTube. All right, we had some fun today discussing Nova, catching up on this Marvel Infinite, but I can't let you guys get out of here without letting you know where to keep getting your Marvel. It's half of the fun of the interactive podcast is not only seeing the results and the events that happened, but getting news of what's coming up in the future. So let's see what we got coming up. Clash of the Stones, that's going down this Saturday on the 13th. 10 season deep, 9 tournaments in this season, already going strong. Catch up with your Untamed gaming favorites, myself, Jaco Man, and of course all of your Clash of the Stones favorite. We got Alien Hominid, Hydro Rex, Shadow Flip, Dr. Kano, Dr. Church. We're all having a good time on Saturday. So if you guys ever want to get better at Marvel and enter on this bracket, check out OG's Fire Commentary. You guys know what it is. Clash of the Stones, this bad boy goes down every other Saturday, including this Saturday on the 13th. And since we're talking about UG, can't forget about the Battle Realm Exhibition Series, bi-weekly, every other Friday. So basically, UG holds down Marvel Infinite every weekend. Whether it's a Friday or this week or a Saturday next week, we're always going to be there to set off the weekend right with that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite action. This Battle Round will not be going down this Friday, but rather the Friday on the 19th. And here's the thing. Dr. Kano versus OG. It's unofficial, but it's already... Kano heard me talking shit after I lost to him at the execution. He was like, yo, I heard you saying something. You trying to run that 1st to 10? You best believe your boy OG is trying to run that 1st to 10. And the Battle Round is where I get all of my salty matches. So book it, Jaco. I don't think you were in chat when he said it, but book it. OG versus Dr. Kano will be the main event on the next Battle Round. But of course, we're always going to book 3 or 4 sets. So that's not going to be the only event. Hell, you might be in the next Battle Round. All you got to do is holler at me or Jaco, and we will find you an opponent. You got a grudge you want to settle? We'll set it up. If you just have... Oh, he's down, Jaco. He's down. We talked about it. Just book it. You know what I mean? If you guys have a grudge you want to settle, Battle Round's perfect dojo to do so. But if you don't have an opponent and you just want to get some stream time, you just want to practice on that grind and get better, I'm telling you, sitting in a 1st to 10 on stream where you get a chance to really get your nerves, put your nerves to the test, right? And you get the distinct privilege of being able to re-watch your matches. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the biggest secret. The biggest secret. I actually suck at Marvel vs. Capcom. To be honest, I'm one of the worst players at this game, but Your boy pays his dues. How many times have you seen me in the first to tens? How many times have you seen me in the MVCI is dead? How many times have you seen me in the gauntlet? Like, it's because I pay my dues and I sit in the stressful seat so that it ain't no thing no more. And there's no shortcut to that. If you really want to get better, there's no shortcut out of getting those nerves. You got to just do it. Where's the Shia LaBeouf? Just do it. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, like I took the long path to getting sorta good at this, and I don't have an exorbitant amount of skill. I'm just a dude who practices and plays a lot, and you can be the same. You can get just as good, if not better than me, because you guys probably have skill, right? So all you got to do is hit us up in the battle realm, get your feet wet into the first to 10 format, and before you know it, you'll be fucking doing top performances at the gauntlet. You know what I mean? Like, it's not out of reach, right? But there's no shortcut. You got to do it the hard way. You got to pay your dues. So holla at me, holla at Jaco, holla at any of the UG accounts. We'll get you some time at the battle realm. You step your game up. Step your game up. You know what it is. You know what it is. Take advantage that there's people streaming this shit so you can review your shit. Review the tapes. You know what I mean? It's an old school tech. Some old school tech. Battle Round. Not this Friday, next Friday. Starring you. Maybe. But definitely starring me and Dr. Kano. Be sure to check that one out. Oh, we definitely got to talk about this one. Here we go.
We back, baby. Welcome to the ring, no
Ooh-wee. You know what it is? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite goes back to its roots in Chicago. I'm wearing the shirt. It ain't no accident. Fate of the Two Worlds, one of the biggest MVCI offense to ever happen, went down at Combo Breaker 2019. And Combo Breaker is back again, this time Untamed Gaming, holding down the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But even if you're not there for Marvel vs. Capcom, look at this roster of games. Look at this Fighting Herds, Third Strike, Marvel 2, Marvel 3, Marvel 2, and Marvel Infinite. This is a Marvel extravaganza. That's why I'm going. You know what I mean? They go crazy out here in Combo Breaker. But even if you're talking, hey, I'm only a Marvel Infinite fan, I'm not really into this. UG got your back. We have the Infinity Tournament, hosted by us here at Gorilla UG. We will be in attendance. See what you have. Do you have the likes to take on UG's finest on the world stage? We're definitely going to be there with our tryhard shit. Jaco ain't bringing the Chris. I'm not bringing the Carol. We're bringing the real shit. on the big stage at Combo Breaker. You guys know what it is. Yeah, me and Jake are going to run it back. It's going to be a good ass time. So if you guys have not booked your ticket to Chicago, I'm telling you right now, I've been to every single Evo. I've only been to one Combo Breaker, and that one Combo Breaker was better than all of the Evos I've ever been to. No cap, no exaggeration. They got like a 24-hour arc. I'm starting to sound like I'm trying to promote our shit, but I'm getting so hype over Combo Breaker. I'm sounding like I work for them. You know what I mean? But this is just my honest feeling. It's just a dope ass event. But on top of that, the Infinity Tournament. You guys know what it is. The biggest offline Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite event this year, going down in Chicago. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. I know Chicago's quite a trek for some of you dudes, so I know it's not going to be everybody, but if I do see you out there, let's have a drink together. Maybe I never had some Malort. Jaco done had more Malort than your boy. Something's wrong there already, right? But either way, we're going to have a good ass time. But be sure if you're in the area, if you guys are in the area, you better be entering that Infinite. But either way, make sure to check it out. This is going down Sunday. I know it says May 24th right here, but this is before I had all the information. It's actually going down on the 26th on a Sunday. Jaco, when you say signups closed, do you mean they're already closed or they can still enter up until Sunday? I want you to clarify that because how it's worded, I can't understand it. So is it already closed? Or do they have till Sunday to sign up? If you can just clarify that in chat, Jaco. But I think you still have until Sunday to do the side games. And if not, just find me, bro. We'll get you. This just between me and you. You know what I mean? Between me and you, none of us got that crack beta. But we'll get you in that bracket. Oh, you have until Sunday. Okay, cool. It's only $10, so you do got to get a spectator pass or a reg pass, though. But be sure to check it out. The biggest Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite offline event going down this year, the Infinity Tournament at Combo Breaker. And you know, us here at Untamed Gaming, we support all the Marvels. Saturday Night Fever, Season 1. This is going down June 3rd. Wow, we already got June events on the calendar. What? We already got June events on the calendar. This year is flying by. June 3rd. If you are into Marvel 3, Untamed Gaming now supports the Parsec format, which is the best online format for Marvel 3. We're in our first season, 12 tournaments deep. If you want to get into that Marvel 3 action, holler at us here at Untamed Gaming, and we'll get you in there. You know what it is. Parsec Marvel 3 going down on the 3rd of June. Oh, we got another one. We got another one. Check it out. Mike Watson back at again. Super Arcade bringing you the classic Street Fighter and Marvel events. Look at that lineup. Oh my god, you got the Alpha series in there. Hyper Fighting, Super Turbo, Marvel 2, Third Strike. And you saw the latest edition that they added. Street Fighter 4. Oh my god, this one's going down in Riverside in SoCal. So if you guys are in SoCal, you will be able to attend this one. This one's a little bit later on the schedule, but I'm trying to let everybody know about it because the main reason I'm trying to let you guys know about it is because this is a Marvel-centered podcast, and Marvel 2, the headlining game, this is looking like the biggest Marvel 2 event of the year. There's talks about money matches, the East Coast coming through. This shit's going to be bigger than EVO. In terms of Marvel 2, this shit's going to be bigger than EVO. This is shaping up to be the Super Bowl Marvel 2 event of the year. So that's the main reason I'm hyped for it. And I get to go. It's going to be in my backyard. So I'm going to try to make an appearance. I know all those old heads, bro. So to me, it's more than just watching a Marvel 2 tournament. To me, it's seeing the faces and having drinks with dudes that I've played games with for like 30 years now. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a special feeling. I mean, Watson, this is old school. This is some old school cats. You know what I mean? When you talk about like Alpha 2 and all that shit. You know what I mean? So, but the Marvel 2 is going to be hype as fuck. So even if you don't follow this old school shit, at the very least, catch this grand finale. This is going down on the Sunday of that weekend. Looks like it's going to be on the 23rd. So at the very least, book the 23rd because all the grand finals are going down on the last day. But shout outs to Super Arcade Mike Watson doing again Evo Reloaded Round 2, aka the Super Bowl of Marvel 2 this year, going down in July. Ooh wee. I can't wait. I can't wait. Marvelous summer. It's going to be a marvelous summer. You can't talk about upcoming tournaments in the summer without talking about the tired and true big boy of the show, the Evo Series. This one's going down on August 3rd and 4th that weekend. I'm going to try to make an attendance appearance on this one. I've actually been to every single Evo, and if it's within my power, I'm going to continue that streak. So you guys will definitely, well, I'm going to say definitely, but if everything goes right, you guys should see me there, peeping the Marvel 2, peeping the Marvel 3, buying the Wave Chan gear, buying the Wave Chan keychains, and just seeing what's up with everybody. So Evo is always a fun time. If you can make, of course, we're gonna visit Summer. Got to visit Summer Soldier. You know what I mean? Like that's also to me, it's a more of a reason to go to Evo, right? Now there's people to see out there in Vegas, right? So if you guys can make it, book the dates now. Don't let these events roll up on you. You know, you got to put on your big boy pants and start making some plans way ahead of time. Save yourself some dough. Get your affairs in order. You know what I mean? Marvel players are the king of like, oh, that's this weekend, and then they go try to get a plane ticket. And it's like $600. Like, nah, dog. Like you put on your big boy pants. Plan ahead. If you're trying to go see the biggest FGC event there is, then it's definitely out there for us. It's going to be here. Looks like August 3rd through the 4th. Can't talk about the FGC and Marvel without talking about Evo. And of course, any given Thursday. Shouts to ICU Hater, Ralston Arcade, the who's who of Marvel Infinite, the Gauntlet. I've took a little hiatus from the Gauntlet. Catching up on some time with the family. But I do think that I will be able to kind of sort of get back into the to these events. I'm hoping to enter next Thursday's one. I'm actually gonna hit up Don. Maybe I can commentate. Right? I miss this shit. Like you don't understand. Getting a taste back of it, I'm like, fuck, dog, I didn't realize how big a part this shit is in my life as far as like these events and these fucking scenes. It's insane. It's insane. Part of me was missing while I wasn't playing Marvel. Part of me was empty. But we're back. And we're gonna try to be back this Thursday and every Thursday. The Who's Who Marvel Infinite, the Gauntlet. And of course, Marvel Monday is now on YouTube. I get these bad boys uploaded. Hopefully within a couple of days after the podcast. You guys see the link down there. Be sure to follow my YouTube and hit the sub button and the like buttons anytime it goes a long way. Once you're on this side of the algorithms, you understand the benefits of somebody following and supporting your shit. So please, if you ever watch any of my YouTube videos, feel free to hit that like button. Subscribe to OG. That way you guys get that Marvel Monday action coming right at you. In case you ever miss it live, doesn't matter. Alerts will let you know when it's uploaded to YouTube, and you can just keep on going with that Marvel action. Keep up to date with all the events and all the scores and all the FGC news. And that's all we got for today. Yo, shout out to all you guys for coming through. It's always a pleasure. It's so good to be back. It was good to actually win a set too, because I got my ass kicked at the execution. But it was so good to come back and so good to get a dub under my belt. Your boy's back in it. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna change my name to OG into GG's, because that's all it's gonna be every time we play now. All right, thank you guys for joining me. We had Hulk Polon in the chat, Jaco Man, Wicked X Mage, your Mamu, Azarax, and of course all of the Beto. Hell, even Bane. Even Bane said something earlier, right? Shout outs to all the supporters. Until next time, guys, it's been a pleasure. Marvel on. Peace.